Carol, you good? Are you staying there, Carol? Ladies, you get away from the door.
We need a shot, guys.
Ladies, you get away from the door.
We need a shot coming out.
That door.
So have everyone walk away from the door.
Where do you want them to go? 1 minute to the casino parent. Who invited that guy?
12 is on time one and burn it up.
Oh, you're crazy. Look at up there. Sophia always gets on camera, no matter what you do. Right? Right, Jay? Sophia, you're not going to DVR your shows tonight, right?
Good afternoon. From the moment Nicole called to report that Gabby was missing, the worst fears of any parent played out before our eyes. That nightmare became a reality when the Grand Teton search and rescue team located their beautiful daughter. During that time, they had an outpouring of love and affection and sympathy from not just their family and friends, but from the law enforcement community, the press, and from people around the world. And for that, they thank you. They've been given the time and the space to grieve this awful loss. And we ask that you continue to respect their privacy and give them the space and time to go through this difficult process. Gabby Petito was a beautiful woman. Her infectious smile and love of life made people gravitate to her. Gabby Petito loved life, loved people, and loved experiences. She was the bright light in everyone's life that knew her. Gabby's family does not want that light to dim, and they want to make some good from this awful tragedy. That's why they're starting the Gabby Petito Foundation. I'm joined today with Joe and Tara Petito, with Jim and Nicole Schmidt, and close friend Gary Ryder. They're going to make some statements, and after that, we're going to take some questions. Nick. No?
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that we encountered out west in Wyoming, all of the law enforcement agencies out there and across the country for doing an amazing job with locating Gabby. Especially want to thank the Teton County Search and Rescue Team, who is a all-volunteer agency that come together. They are highly trained, and they were a part of that mission to find Gabby, and they did an unbelievable job. We are so grateful for everybody out there. They were second to none. They were unbelievable, and we are forever grateful for that. And everybody back home who helped us as well. It was amazing that we were able to get her, and we're just happy to have her.
doing? I'd actually like to thank all you guys, all right, ladies and gentlemen of the media, press, especially the people that are behind the camera, all right? They don't.
I really want to thank the Aware Foundation and We Help the Missing for putting her poster out there. It reached over 2 million people within 48 hours. It was all over the world.
Yeah.
And I especially want to thank Detective Tracy Barry of the 5th Precinct here in Patchogue, because without her, we don't know when this would have even happened. She got the ball rolling. She's my angel, and I thank her the most. Thank you.
At this time, we'll be taking questions.
Dr. Burns, NBC News. The hashtag Justice for Gabby has been trending. You mentioned how much social media has been helpful in locating her and in this investigation. What does Justice for Gabby look like from here on?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Justice for Gabby is that we see justice for her homicide. The FBI has classified her death a homicide. They are the premier agency in the country. They're investigating her death, and we believe through their investigation we will have justice for Gabby.
Rick,
Yes.
We haven't heard from the Launderie family. We haven't been able to hear much from the FBI. They can't share a lot with us about Brian's whereabouts. Is there anything that you can tell us about the efforts to find him, what the family thinks about where he might be, and the Launderie family silence?
Again, for the Laundrie's silence, the Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure is not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in to the FBI or the nearest law enforcement agency.
Yesterday, the Launderie family released a statement saying that Mr. and Mrs. Launderie are not helping Brian get away and hide. Do you believe?
That's for the FBI to investigate. I believe that they're the preeminent law enforcement organization in this country, and I know they're investigating all avenues of this case.
Rick, Trevor L. from ABC. You touched on trusting the FBI here. Does it bother the family at all that Brian Launderie is still not named as a suspect in Gabby's disappearance?
The parents are 100% happy with the FBI. They've been with us at every single step of the way, and we know that they will bring justice for Gabby.
The Foundation for Gabby from CNN. Can you or the family talk at all about or describe what kind of contact you've had with the Launderie family since early September, and what your previous relationship was like with that family while Gabby and Brian Launderie were dating? Any sort of insight you can give us into those contacts?
We're not going to talk about the relationship between the Petito, the Schmidt, and the Laundrie family. The Petito and Schmidt family have spoken with the FBI, and they've requested that we don't discuss any relationship between Gabby, between Brian, or between the three families.
the foundation,
Yes.
and you don't want her light to go dim, so what will the foundation do to keep her light shining?
We're just hoping that through our tragedy with losing Gabby, that in the future that some good can come out of it, that we can help other people that may be in a similar situation, reach out to these other organizations that do similar things and find out what's missing. You know, what can we do to fill that void? What can we do to help people? Just from the Aware Foundation alone and reaching 2 million people, they told us that other law enforcement agencies are now starting to look back at other missing persons cases and starting to reinvestigate them and look into them. And we're just hopeful that we're able to help people in the future, you know, just try to get through something similar.
In the vein of not letting her light grow dim, I noticed Mom and Dad have some new tattoos that resemble that of Gabby. Would you be willing to tell us about that?
Yeah, these were tattoos that Gabby designed herself. She was an artist, and
I wanted to have her with me all the time, so
we'll
I feel it. This helps.
we'll
that.
put them. We'll.
Can you all show us?
Wow.
Everybody has.
It's all right, we do. Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it
Believe.
be.
Believe.
Right there.
Yeah, sure.
And you said Gabby designed those.
Gabby drew this one.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the end all, right? We need positive stuff to come from the tragedy that happened. All right? We can't let her name be taken in vain. We need positive stuff. All right? So anything that we can do to bring that up and help people, that's what we want to do.
Joe, do you think Brian's still alive?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Yes. Stafford, to say from you, they just about the community coming together. I mean, we've been at the memorial almost every day, and you have people coming from all over Long Island, from Montauk to the West End, because they all say they felt such a connection to Gabby. Like somebody said, she reminds them of her son, things like that. What does that mean to you that she just drawn emotions from so many people over the country? I mean, I'm sure, and your Blue Point community with the candles being lit. Can you just step up and possibly respond to that outpouring and what it's meant to you?
I don't know how to respond to that. I just hope that people are inspired by her. It's hard to put into words, but it means a lot to me that she's touched so many lives already, and this is only 2 weeks into it, and I'm so proud of her for doing this, and we're going to keep it going, like you said, keep the light going and help a lot of people if we can.
And will the foundation just be for missing children or missing adults as well? I think it said children, but I didn't know.
We're still working out, this has only been a few days, so we're still working that out. We want to help it any way we can. I just want to add to the last question that we've received letters, emails, cards from all over the world, from Australia, from Europe. We had people from Italy. We had people at the funeral that came from as far away as Texas, as Florida, as California. So people from all over the country have called and sent their well wishes.
Can you confirm that the fraudulent activity that Brian's been charged with, was that Gabby's car that he was using?
That's something you're going to have to talk to the FBI about. That I know that they have unsealed an indictment, so I believe they would be the best agency to deal with that.
And just a question for Joe. Joe, you mentioned social media. Can you tell me, do you feel obviously that the outpouring of people all across the world with tips coming in, that social media helped find Gabby? And how do you feel knowing that she was someone who wanted, she was in social media, the videos she made, everything else?
I don't want to dismiss the ridiculously hard work that the FBI and law enforcement all around did, but social media has been amazing and very influential. And to be honest, it should continue for other people too. This same type of heightened awareness should be continued for everyone. And that goes for you all too.
Joe, your words at the memorial service were very touching to many people. And I'm wondering if you've heard from people who heard your words about being inspired by Gabby's life and also leaving bad relationships.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Again, we've received messages from individuals on many issues since we started the foundation, and there are some that were really personal, and at this point we're not going to get into that.
Has the family spoken with Jen Bethune, the woman who took the video of the van?
We've spoken with numerous people that gave tips to the FBI and to us.
So they have spoken with Jen Bethune?
I believe they have.
Okay. What do you make of people like Dog the Bounty Hunter and John Walsh getting involved in looking for Brian Launderie?
Again, we, just like we ask for help to look from everyone, that if they see Brian Launderie or any information on that, we're asking that they call the local law enforcement or the FBI. We welcome everybody's help to find him. And if you have any information, we're asking that you call the FBI tip line or your local police department. So we'll take help from everybody.
What's the plans for remains? Has FBI Denver contacted you about timing or when that might be done?
Do you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it?
I didn't get the question.
Do you want to do it?
I'll talk about it. So, part of our goal was we wanted to bring her home as quickly as possible, but it's important for the FBI, the Teton County Sheriffs, the Teton County Coroner's Office to hold on to her for as long as they need. We want to make sure that no matter what, we do not impede their investigation in any way. We wanted her home immediately, but we understand their position, and we know that she's safe with them, and as long as she's with them. And it was a very tough decision to have to make to come home, but we felt it was important to come home so we could mourn her and celebrate her life and be with our family and friends. And when they're ready to release her, we will be bringing her home.
Have you gotten any of her things back from Florida?
Not yet.
Jim and Joe, you guys made a plea to the world, the country, the world, to help lead you to Gabby and help you find Gabby. Do you have a similar plea for the world to help you find Ron?
I want to help. I want to ask everyone to help all of the people that are missing and need help. And like I said before, it's on all of you, everyone that's in this room, to do that. And if you don't do that for other people that are missing, that's a shame. Because it's not just Gabby that deserves that. So look to yourselves on why not that's not being done.
And with Brian, that's our focus is still on mourning Gabby and honoring Gabby. The FBI is doing everything they can, and we have our full faith in them. So.
Can you say anything about what your understanding is of what was going on between September 1st and September 11th? Is this something you're able to talk about?
No, we're not going to comment on that. That's part of the investigation at this point.
And I understand.
Shot of the four parents again, with your tattoos just all together.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Sorry.
That's all right. In front of the mics, there's a lot of wires.
I know.
You guys flip Joe?
When did you have these done?
We all had them done last night. We all did it together. Like you said, we've always co-parented Gabby together, and that's not going to stop now. We're in this together.
And do three of them say let it be, and then mom's or says?
Mom has let it be as well.
And I'm sorry, is that Gabby's handwriting? Is it
The other flower?
or is it just?
This is the way she had it written.
That's the way she had it on her arm. Okay.
Yeah. So we all
You
did
had
it.
the same tattoo, did you?
Okay, all right. Yes.
Yeah, the one on your arm.
And did you always have that vine on your finger, or did you?
Gabby had that vine.
You got that recently, or?
I got that last night too.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what a bandage on.
Oh, that's nice.
Guy took mine off, sorry.
Very sorry.
Thank you. Listen, you guys have been great, and I appreciate every one of you, and all the people, like I said, that are behind the cameras that don't get the credit. You guys were instrumental, but everyone deserves the same type of awareness and the same type of stuff. So, thank you all. We're good? We're good.
What's next?
Guys, I apologize.
We just have one question over here. What's next?
We don't stop.
Yeah, we don't stop, remembering Gabby and keeping her name out there and fighting for other people out there like her. She's always with us every day. She's giving us signs. It's difficult. We've been talking. We don't, where do you go from here? How do you go back to normal, whatever normal may be from here on out? But we have each other. We're a big family. We have a huge support network. And we're just going to keep pushing forward and living every day and loving every day, because that's what Gabby did, and that's what we need to do.
A lot of people would be very angry right now. Can you talk about, or do you at some level have anger, or is it just not happening yet?
We go through our bouts. It's an emotional roller coaster. There's ups and downs. Days that we're full of pain and grief. Sometimes angry, but stop. You take a breath. Remember Gabby and all the great times we had with her, and all the good memories, and all the good things we want to do in her name in the future. And that's what picks you up. That's what carries you through, and hopefully will keep us going from here on out.
And Jim, what kind of signs has she been giving you? step up a little bit tonight? Thanks.
We actually got behind a car yesterday, and there was a Wyoming sticker, and the letters were GBZ. So it was Gabs. She's with us. She's with us.
She's with us.
All right.
She's with
I
us.
think we're good.
The
Thank
signs are
you.
there. You just have to look for them.
Thank you
you
all.
all so much.
Appreciate everyone.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. No, I know. I feel that you want to yeah.